Disclaimer, doll customization is not for children. I'm using toxic chemicals as well as sharpened tools. Hello my loves, welcome to my Halloween special video. Today I'm going to do a collab with my dear doll artist friend H. Ollie Crafts. Enjoy! This is my base doll, Frankie. She is in not good condition. I start by cutting the doll's hair as close to the scalp as possible. This is how the doll looks without hair. Next, I have to fix her loose joints. For that I add a drop of super glue to the joint, then move the leg until the glue has fully dried. This is important or else the glue would make the joint stiff. I also have to fix the loose knee joints. I add a drop of super glue, then bend the leg until the glue has fully dried. I repeat the process with the second leg. It was necessary to repeat all the steps and add more glue to the joint to make it less stiff. Next, I'm going to remove some of her scars because they are broken and I want this doll to look good. I use sanding paper for this. Do not use acetone on the doll's body. The acetone would melt the doll's body. I also remove a stain. Next, I bring water to a boil, then soak the doll's head in the hot water for 10 minutes. This will make it easier for me to remove the head from the neck pack. It also softens the glue inside the doll's head. Next, I take an old screwdriver and loosen the hair roots and the glue inside the head. With needle nose pliers, I remove what is inside the head. I remove the printed on face with a cotton pad soaked in pure acetone. Wear gloves when you do this. I want to give this doll new hair. For that I need a rerooting tool. I take a strand of hair onto the needle, then push it in a hole into the doll's scalp. I repeat this process with all of the holes in the doll's head. This takes a while, but the result is worth the effort. I will give this doll white hair with streaks in purple and black. I think the colors suit a Halloween doll very well. Now I fill in the rest of the hair with white synthetic hair. This is how the doll looks after I have rerooted all of the hairline. Now I fill in all the areas that are empty with white synthetic doll hair. A reboot tool is a needle cut at an angle in a holder. This is how the doll's head looks after I am done rebooting it. Now I have to secure the hair roots inside the head. For that I need glue and a brush. I use a thick glue and spread it inside the doll's head with a brush. I then let the glue dry overnight or, if necessary, a few days. After the glue has fully dried, I can brush the hair. After I have brushed the hair, I pour boiling hot water over the hair to make it lie flat. I then let the hair dry. I have prepared the doll's body with 2 layers of Mr. Super Clear UV Cut Flat sealant spray and am now adding pink pastels to her joints. This makes the skin look more alive. Once I'm done, I seal in the pastels with the layer of Super Clear spray. I want to make an underskirt for this doll's outfit. For that I cut a rectangle from black fabric and then I want to close the fabric with glue, but the glue makes the fabric stain the doll. This is of course not what I wanted and I tried to remove the stains with a nail buffer. I will use a different fabric now for the underskirt, which is this tulle trim. I close the tulle trim around the doll's waist with glue. Next, I cut teardrop-shaped pieces out of different fabrics and will now create a skirt. I attach the pieces of fabric to the doll's underskirt with glue. I start with a striped cotton fabric. Next, I have cut those teardrop shapes out of golden organza. I add the organza pieces with glue over the layer of the cotton fabric. Next, I want to add tulle with silver stars on it, and I just wrap the fabric around the doll's waist, but that didn't look good, so I cut pieces out of the fabric and attach the tulle pieces to the skirt with glue. Now I add a black ribbon over the edge of the skirt to cover the edges and to make it look neat. Next, I add a piece of orange cotton lace to the doll's top, creating a bustier. Next, I want to add the same tulle I used for her underskirt as a top. I close this around her waist with glue. I like the different layers I used for this doll's outfit. I remove little plastic skulls from a lace piece, and I am now adding the lace trim around the doll's bust. Next, I have bought a necklace with plastic spider charms, and I remove the charms from the necklace. They have the right size for my doll, and I add a skull charm and some spiders to the doll's outfit with hot glue. I also add an orange bow to the doll's top. Next, I have prepared the doll's face with 2 layers of Mr. Super Clear UV Cut Flat Spray, and now I'm adding pink soft pastels to her forehead and her cheeks. These are the same soft pastels I have used on the doll's body. I also add pink soft pastels to the inner corner of her eyes, and I add orange soft pastels to her nose and to the outer corner of her eyes, creating an eyeshadow. For her lips, I'm going to use black soft pastels. This is the first time I'm creating a black mouth, and I shape the lipstick with a kneaded eraser. Next, I color the eyes white. This is the base for the eye color. I am drawing the corners of her mouth longer over her cheeks to give her a scary smile. With a wet brush, I can fix mistakes that I made with my watercolor pencil. Next, I am drawing her eyebrows. She will get an angry expression. This doll is going to be a Halloween witch. Until now, I have usually created sweet-looking witches, but I think an angry, evil little witch suits Halloween very well. As usual, I am working in layers, and I am using watercolor pencils and pastels. You can use acrylics for a doll's face-up, but I do not recommend them because you cannot fix mistakes with acrylics easily. My doll will have orange eyes. I color the upper part of the iris in orange and the lower part in yellow. Next, I draw the pupils and the lower lashes. I am working a bit on her features, and I am drawing a circle around the iris in red. Next, I add metallic watercolor paints to her iris to make them shimmer. I'm using orange and yellow. Now I am painting white eyelashes with white gouaches and a nail art brush. Next, I add catch lights to her eyes with a dotting tool and white gouaches, and after 2 more layers of sealant, my face is done. I heat the neck hole in her head with a blow dryer, and am now pushing the head back onto the neck peg. Be careful doing this. Lastly, I add a spider charm and a little skull charm to her head, and this doll is all done. This is Liz, the Halloween witch. Liz sells potions to the townspeople. She seems like an unpleasant fellow, but she has a good heart. Liz wears a dress with different fabric and layers and scarlet spider charms in her hair. I also added a little black ribbon to her hair. She is wearing boots. I really like this doll's look. It is so unusual from what I usually do, but I really like the doll. This is the doll that my dear friend H.R. Crafts has made for our collab. He made Coraline. I think Coraline turned out fantastic. Please watch H.R. Crafts' video. The link is in the description box. I wish you all a happy Halloween. Stay safe and be creative.